Welcome back to FakelyClash, everybody. Today is all about these super witches. They're seeing a buff on January 16th, and this is the army I'm using with them. I will say it's not the best army in the game right now. It's a little inconsistent, but I feel like it's going to be great once this buff does come through and be a serious consideration in the meta. You can pause and look at everything. Otherwise, I'm going to link this attack strategy in the description for you, so let's jump into it. So we're just going to start out by putting a thrower in one of the corners along with the sneaky goblin to help set a funnel. Royal Champion's going to come in on the other side. We're going to have to drop a totem spell for this light beam because it is really strong and has crazy range on it. And I really regret upgrading my bomb hive after seeing this light beam in action. It's definitely the best crafted defense. Anyways, we're going to drop everything down after that. I'm going to put the witches in last because we want to protect them. They're pretty fragile. They'll get the buff soon, but not quite yet. And you'll notice that these healers that come out when I pop the queen's ability right away, they're actually healing everything, not just the queen. So that's really good, but what's not good is that my whole army is going around the base right now. All 4 super witches and the king. Luckily, the queen decides to go into the center. She's got that giant leading away, and then she'll have the clan castle there to help take everything out. World Champion died a while ago. Don't know if you guys missed that or not, but we're going to wait to recall her. That's why we've got this revive spell. It's perfectly okay if she does go and die. Anyways, you're going to see as soon as our troops get unfrozen out of the clan castle, we have an ice golem, and this is the most perfect ice golem I've ever seen. She's going to get swept away by a spring mine, and look at that. The whole core of the base is frozen. World Champion comes back to life. She's going to take out this bottom compartment. We've still got all 4 super witches and that thrower alive, which is pretty awesome considering he was the first troop we deployed. And we're just going to clean up this base. Not a whole lot to it. The World Champion's going to try to get this ricochet cannon down while it's distracted. Unfortunately, the Tesla does take her out, but we've got plenty of cleanup troops. This attack is an expert modifier, so it makes it a little bit harder than like Clan Wars or Clan War League, but it's not quite good enough for Legends League just yet. I think we have to wait to see the buff first, but this attack is really fun to use. I think super witches are a super cool troop, and I would love to see them be utilized more. They're just not that great yet, but you can still get 3 stars every now and then. It's just not super consistent, but I'm going to show you guys 2 more armies, and you'll see that these girls have some serious potential. So let's jump into that second attack. Now, in this attack, I tried out using a baby dragon instead of a thrower to clear these buildings, but I think the thrower just works better. The baby dragon does get a few buildings, which is nice. The World Champion's going to come down and do her job. Everything's going to be spammed in. This time I tried spreading things out a little bit rather than just putting them all on top of each other. And I do think that worked out pretty well for this attack. Got everything heading into this base. Going to pop an early warden ability. And notice how we're getting this monolith out early in the attack. If the monolith was on the other side of the base, I would bring a skeleton spell opposed to 1 totem spell. Just sub it out just to kind of distract it. I think the skeleton spell does a much better job of taking out the monolith. Anyways, we're trying to keep the World Champion alive as long as we can. She's taking out all those buildings, and I'm putting a ton of totem spells in the center of this base. A lot of damage there. So we're going to put those totem spells down. The king pops his ability to help take out all those buildings. Now we've got all these troops alive. Got a few troops going around the outside of the base. World Champion is on her last Phoenix Stone, and eventually we'll recall her, but in no hurry to do so because we're going to let all of these troops continue working around, get a little bit closer to her. That way, now that the giant's taking that ricochet cannon, we can then recall the World Champion, use an invisibility spell just in case. And guys, this base is cleaned up pretty nicely. You see that bomb hive, it just didn't do nearly as much as the light beam in the first attack. In my opinion, ice golem's finally going to be used, and yeah, we just get this base cleaned up, not a whole lot to it, pretty easily. So let's take a look at the last attack. Now we're using that baby dragon once again. In this case especially, the thrower I think would have been better, but that's okay. Got the World Champion over here, and it serves the same purpose. Put everything kind of on top of each other in this attack. I've tried it both ways. I don't know that it makes a huge difference as far as pathing and everything, but you will see things kind of spread out a lot in this attack. I'm gonna have the queen. She's gonna go around the left side of this base, which is not really great. 2 super witches are going to follow her, but we do have a good bit of troops heading into the center, and by a good bit I mean a couple meteor golems and this clan castle, but luckily that's going to be enough. That's why I love bringing this ice golem in my clan castle, because she just goes and dies at the perfect time a lot in some of these attacks. You see the queen and witches down there. We're trying to keep these troops alive at the top. The world champion is kind of caught up in that mess, putting these totem spells to distract that monolith at the top. And look at that, the whole center of the base is frozen, allowing the world champion to come in and take out some of those defending heroes. So I love bringing the ice golem in the clan castle. I think for, you know, whatever attack you're going to go with, put an ice golem in your clan castle if you're using the log launcher. It's so great. We need this monolith to go down. Luckily, the witches do get that job done. World champion still alive and has a good bit of health. Queen's full health down here at the bottom. And we don't have a whole lot of strong defenses left to deal with, just that ricochet cannon at the top there, because the multi-archer tower is going to go down. World champion takes that fire spitter. We still have her revive spell if we want to use it, but guys, this attack, we don't even need it. We're just going to swag it, speed it up, and let the queen clean up the rest of these buildings. So there you have it, 3 stars with these super witches, and I'm super excited to see them after the buff. So let me know what you guys think of this. As always, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Let's shoot for 10 likes, and I'll catch you guys next time.